Welcome to Rome. This is legitimately crazy. We're starting our 2-week tour of Italy here. We got in last night, but I did not sleep well on the plane. So we kind of just got here, got situated, ate a little bit of food, and went to sleep at 8 p.m. My body did wake me up at 2. So I was able to go back to sleep for like a little bit, but I am tired. I drank coffee today. If you do not know, I do not like coffee and they do not sweeten it here. So it was just like a chugging situation. But we're starting at the Colosseum today. We've got a like underground tour of the Colosseum and the Roman Forum. Kevin found these tickets online somehow, and I think you said like 5% of the people who come here actually get to see the things that we're getting to see. So not really sure what that's going to encompass, but we'll make sure to take you with us.
There's an idea that maybe in here we have storage space for boats.
We took very much needed naps. We walked around a lot today, but it is so hot, like legitimately like over 90 degrees, and it is humid. So it is just feeling obscenely hot. There's not a lot of like sun cover. It's a lot of just direct sun, especially walking around to these like very notable places like at the Colosseum, at Plaza Navona, like just lots of sunlight. And so we were just kind of like wiped, and like I said, we did not sleep super well on the plane, so I still am feeling kind of like jet lag-y. So it was nice to just come like back take a little nap, and now we just got ready for dinner. The Colosseum tour today was crazy, and our tour guide was so good. I will make sure to put the link to the tickets that we got in my description below because it was so cool, and I don't think I would have known about it had Kevin not found it on TikTok. Like I said, I think less than 5% of people who go to the Colosseum get to see what we saw. We got to go like underground and see where the like backstage area of the Colosseum was. So we got to see like where gladiators would get ready to like go onto the main floor, where they would keep the animal cages. We got to see the different like mechanisms that they used basically to use like a lift to like lift the things up to the main floor. I didn't realize that like all of that was underground, and you can't access it if you don't buy these special underground tickets. And our tour guide was so good. She was so knowledgeable. I just loved getting to go around. It's the type of thing that like I knew the Colosseum was important, but getting to actually like hear all of the history while we were doing it was just amazing. So then she took us up Palatine Hill, which is kind of like where the estate of the emperors were, up on that hill overlooking the Roman Forum. And just the way that she was talking about events happening at this place at like 64 to 68 AD, I was like, I literally cannot comprehend it. It's so crazy. So that was just such a cool experience. And then we did some more walking around, as you saw. Now we're gonna go to dinner. There's this place that has a couple locations that I've heard about a lot. Actually, one of the families that we were on a tour with, the mom was like telling us about how good it was, so we're gonna go there. It's called Osteria de Fortuna, I'm pretty sure, and there's a couple different locations, but there's one that's like right by our Airbnb. I am afraid that I have packed the wrong shoes. Luckily today I wore my New Balances, but I have several pairs of like cute kitten heels that I want to wear. I was not prepared for the streets to be as cobblestoney as they are, so since I think it's like a 150-foot walk or something like that, I'm gonna try in my little kitten heels and see if I can survive. If not, we're gonna come back here and I'm gonna change shoes, and then I think we're gonna go back to the Colosseum and try and take some cute like nighttime pictures to just commemorate our time in Rome.
It's like if you were squinting and apples on a baby.
Wow, that's delicious. Yeah, really good. We did not quite end up getting the pictures that I wanted to last night. We got to the Colosseum and there were a ton of people, and we got there at like 10:30, so I just did not expect it to be like that, but it also was way darker than I had originally anticipated. Dinner takes long in Europe, and so I wanted to get there around like 9 something. That did not happen, so that didn't quite go the way that I wanted it to, but alas, we move on. We were supposed to go to the Vatican at 10:30 this morning, but I was trying to get work done and ended up being up till like 3 in the morning. So we canceled those, got new tickets that are at 2 now. So it's like noon, we slept in, got ready. We're gonna go get lunch, we're gonna go to the Vatican, and then we have a cooking class later that I'm so excited for. We have to have shoulders and knees covered. I don't know if you can see the bottom of my dress, but it's long, so we are fully covered. I'm hoping that I'm not gonna die in the heat. It's legitimately supposed to be like 94 degrees today, so hair's up, out of the way, off my neck, because yesterday that was like very overstimulating having my hair down, so I'm hoping this will be a little bit better and we will be ready for our second day. I do not know what just happened. So we got to the place where we were picking up our tour tickets. We booked third party. There was like nothing really left through the Vatican, even when we tried to book our original tickets. So we rebooked, got there, and they were like very confused because we had canceled our morning tickets. Gave us a lot of trouble getting the second tickets, and they were like, you can just use your 10:30 tickets, explain that you got delayed, it'll be fine. Guy walks us up there, we get to the entrance, they're like, no, you can't get in with these. He runs us to another agency, is yelling like, I need 2 tickets for $2.15. Gets them, we run back, go through a different line. Also, the lady at the entrance was pretty rude, but whatever. Go through a different line in automatically. I do not know what happens, but if you need a tour guide, go to Pioneer Tours because they're gonna get you in. It's so hot. Today just has not gone the way that we planned it. So it took super long to honestly get through the museum, which I've heard that is true, but with the whole mix up with the tickets and everything, we didn't get through as quickly as I wanted. And truthfully, by the time we were getting out of the museums, it was time that I was ready to head back to our Airbnb. And I have just been feeling so faint and so hot that like I literally, after we got out of the Sistine Chapel, which is air conditioned, it was no longer air conditioned, and I started feeling like I was gonna faint. So I was like, maybe we should just head back, have a little bit of a relaxing time back in our Airbnb, it'll be fine. Yeah, then the bus was super late. The public transit in the city, I am not a fan, if we're being completely honest. So then we took a while to get our bus. We legitimately had 20 minutes by the time we got back to our Airbnb to just like change. We like did a rinse off shower. I changed my outfit, which I think is really cute, but it is not necessarily what I had planned to wear today because my hair was still up and I wanted to wear like a cute flowy dress, and that, I don't know. But now we're going to a cooking class. We're doing Cook with Mama. We are by a road, so I'm sorry if it's loud, but we're supposed to be making pasta and then like tiramisu, and I'm so excited. If you were following my birthday vlog, you'll know that doing a cooking class was on my like 30 before 30. So this is gonna be my cooking class. I've seen lots of different influencers do it online. I've seen lots of TikToks about it, so it should be really fun. I'm really excited. Let's go cook with Mama.
Big. Taylor, big.
Bigger.
Yes. You cook? Or
No.
Taylor cook?
I cook more
You
than
cook
Taylor.
more, yeah.
Taylor, why you don't cook?
I clean, he cooks.
Okay, no, it makes sense. Italiano. So at this point, I need to ask you a question. You know how to dance Macarena?
Bravi. Wow. That was good, thank you.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
We have a shower, don't worry.
Oh.
Ready? 1.
Oh. Yeah!
put 2 biscuits, one next to the other. Bravissimo. Now you go with the second layer of cream.
What we have to do is go back to kindergarten and start to play with Play-Doh. We have to make snakes. They're checking on everyone.
I think it's like 16 days or so.
You need a tour guide?
A tour guide?
Wouldn't
Honestly, yeah. Can you take photos?
See.
Well,
I was
we're-
trained by the system.
Well, that's the
the
best
best
training.
training, yeah.
Yep.
Rolling pin.
One last time, please, Kevin.
Okay, stop and do the guitar on the board, please.
I did that one in one.
How is the pasta?
So good.
good.
Yeah. You did good, you did good.
I tried my best.
Also here, if you're gonna as much the pepper.
No, we can't clink. Remember? Then we have to clink everything.
I just uncover, put the cocoa
Well,
powder.
let's clink everybody then.
Okay. I go for that.
Don't cross your arms. Look in the eyes. You have
Yes.
to look in the eyes and don't cross.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Tonight was so good. It honestly saved the city for me. I am not gonna lie, I was out on Rome until tonight's cooking class. We obviously went to cook with Mama and it was so fun. I loved our hosts. Their names were Valentina and Maurizio, and I think they were like an aunt and nephew combo. They were so knowledgeable, so fun, so sweet. It was so fun to just like be cooking in their home. The other people that we were there with were super nice. It was just like the homiest, sweetest little experience. I definitely would have felt overwhelmed had it just been like a private cooking class with just like me and Kevin and the chefs, but like having just a few other people in there really just made it like super personable. We got to know the other people. We got to know our hosts. They got to know us. And then we had like, after we cooked, we obviously got to like eat our little family meal of all of the pasta, and it was so good. I can't wait to go home and be able to cook pasta and tiramisu. So that was truthfully just the best experience. I loved it so much. And then I knew I wanted to go to the Trevi fountain to try to get pictures before we left, and I had seen either to go like late at night or like first thing in the morning, but we have to leave for the train station I think at like 8:45. And if you know me, you know I am not a morning person, and so waking up at like 4 to like get ready to go take pictures just like was not in the cards for me. I also just kind of feel like we have not been sleeping well. I'm not super acclimated to the time zone or whatever, and so waking up in the morning probably would not have done super well. I feel like it would have thrown me off even more, and tomorrow is our anniversary, so I want to like feel good. So I'm really glad that we decided to just go ahead, go to the Trevi fountain. It was pretty busy, but honestly like not busy enough that we couldn't like sit right at the middle of the fountain and get some pictures without other people in them. And then we sat off to the side and got a couple more photos, so I feel like they turned out pretty good, all things considered. So I am sad that we didn't get to go to St. Peter's Basilica today. It just didn't work out with the timing, but we do have one more day in Rome at the very end of our trip. We're flying out of Rome, and so we get back here a day early, and we just kind of set it aside to be able to do some more like vintage shopping and designer shopping and that kind of thing, and just get like any last like Rome, Italy kind of souvenirs before we have to fly back. So that was the original plan. We'll kind of see how the rest of the trip goes, where we shop, those kinds of things, to be able to decide what we want to do with our last day in Rome. If we really wanted to, I'm sure we could come back and go to the Basilica on that last day, but truthfully, I don't know if I'm like that pressed on seeing it. It's obviously a really cool piece of history and one day I would love to see it, but I'm not Catholic, so I'm not like super crushed that I didn't get to see it this time. We're planning to go to the Duomo in Florence next, so maybe that will kind of fill my church need. I did get to see at least one other church while we were here, which was beautiful, and just the Sistine Chapel and everything in the Vatican museums was obviously gorgeous. So honestly with that, I think that's gonna be a wrap on Rome. I am literally exhausted. I need to go take a shower from today. I feel like my hair wasn't super bad because it was the kind of thing that like the messier it got, like the cuter it got, but right now I'm just kind of feeling quite disheveled and sweaty because even at night it's still super hot. I think at the height of the day today it got to like 93, 94 degrees. It was just honestly miserable and it kind of ruined the city for me. Like I said, I just like kept getting woozy, feeling like I was gonna faint, and I've never experienced that before, so that was scary to me. So like I said, our next stop will be Florence. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to keep up with my 2-week tour of Italy. Like this video if you did. Let me know if I missed any of your favorite things in Rome, and I will see you in Florence.